If you got into Bitcoin on August 2024, I'm telling you, this is as early. This is probably not only early, but it's probably also the safest point to bring real money into Bitcoin. $10, awesome. You bring in to a $30 price, you buy 3 Bitcoin, cool. And you cannot say that you were doing that at $3, $30, $300, or $3,000. In fact, you could not say you were doing that at $12,000. But at 62 in August of 2024, you're early. I've been early.
As the cryptocurrency market continues to evolve, it's no doubt that Bitcoin remains a compelling investment opportunity. Despite its volatility, Bitcoin has consistently demonstrated resilience and growth potential. For those contemplating entry into the crypto space, this period may be a strategic time to consider purchasing Bitcoin. The market is still in its nascent stages compared to traditional assets, offering an early mover advantage for those willing to embrace the risks and rewards. Gary Cardone, a renowned Bitcoiner, was recently interviewed by Samuel Arms, a political consultant, about his bullish views on Bitcoin, energy market shifts, and the potentials of the cryptocurrency industry. In their discussion, Cardone elaborated on the transformative potential of Bitcoin and the broader cryptocurrency landscape. He emphasized that Bitcoin's fundamental value proposition remains strong, particularly as it increasingly gains acceptance among institutional investors and major financial players. Gary Cardone emphasized that now is a crucial time for potential Bitcoin investors, advocating for early participation in the cryptocurrency market. Watch clips from the interview for further insights into Gary Cardone's conversation with Samuel Arms. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more content. Enjoy the video.
Start Googling these questions, guys. How many people does Fidelity have working in their digital division? You will be shocked. Okay, there will be millions of people working in the digital asset industry in the next 2 years. Okay. Before Trump is out of office, we will have 3 million brand new jobs paying $250,000 a year or more. And they will not be serving the legacy world. They will literally be serving this new world. You literally have the ability to go get a job in that space. I mean, by you, I mean the people I'm talking to. Anyone, whether it's going to get coffee, being a secretary, doing reporting, business development, sales, whatever, right? There's all these things that normally happen in businesses are going to also happen here. It's funny the stuff I look at, right? I don't really look at the 1,000 people in the room. I'm looking at the 100 people, 10% that choose to show up anonymous. Now, I show up anonymous sometimes just because I don't want somebody to call on me because I actually just want to sit there and listen. I don't want to be the topic. Like I actually value listening. And if I could walk into one of those rooms and not be known and just listen and not feel like I'm avoiding them from not coming to the stage, or if they invite me to the stage, I don't respond. Sometimes I just want to listen. When 10%, 100 people are anonymous, I'm like, okay, who are these people, right? Okay, a couple of them maybe trying to learn how to be like me. That's awesome. But the rest of them, they're there because maybe they work for JP Morgan Chase and they don't want everybody to know they're listening. Now, having gone to this last Bitcoin thing, I can assure you that is happening, because people actually came up to me and said, hey, Gary, thank you, bro. Hey, what for, man? I don't know you. I've been listening to you for 6 months. Oh, who are you? Goldman. You're Sam at Goldman. Why are you listening to my? Oh, the whole team listens to it, dude. And then you run into a guy from Merrill. Oh, yeah, man, we're listening. That's why I get back to first question you asked me. Hey, what's really happening here? The most exciting thing is this stuff right here, because we're tapping into something we don't understand. This is why I do it for free, man. I don't want any money. I don't want any money involved in this thing at all right now. I actually want to see what happens organically. Like I was a little nervous about doing this around Node 40 because it's not normal for somebody running a business that they would be vocal, especially with the kind of people I deal with. That's the other thing. I've been very impressed with nobody slamming Node 40 because of my views, right? And my views have nothing to do with the way we're going to run that company. I'm going to run the company just like I've run every other company. Good ethics, morals, take care of your client, don't over promote, always over deliver and try to create a standard. Don't do anything that you wouldn't want anybody to do to you. People seem to be really empty right now, looking for some fill up. They want something more in their life. We're not charting prices, and I'm not telling you what to go buy. My message more is, hey, how do you live a really rich life? And that has nothing to do with making money. It's just a rich life, right? Like where you're happy and you're doing something productive. So I think I'm seeing that in spades, that people are going to school, spending $350,000 and have no clue what they're doing. Really no clue. Or I interview people that come right out of college and I'm like, you don't know anything. And the sad thing is they think they do.
He expressed enthusiasm about the natural growth of the digital asset industry, noting that people are increasingly drawn to assets like Bitcoin for their potential to provide not only wealth, but also a sense of purpose and innovation. Cardone envisions Bitcoin's rise as an organic evolution in the financial landscape, free from undue external interference, and believes that investing in Bitcoin at this stage could lead to significant benefits as the cryptocurrency market matures. According to Gary Cardone, the wealthy have already invested in various assets, including stocks and real estate, but they lack Bitcoin. According to him, less than 0.5% of Bitcoin is allocated globally, making it a desirable investment opportunity. Cardone observed that his wealthy friends could have spent their millions in Bitcoin instead of on luxurious items. Let's go back to the interview and watch more clips to gain insights from Gary Cardone.
All the watches they need, all the homes they need, all the lawyers they need, all the private equity businesses, all the real estate, dude, corporate, commercial, and resi. Probably even have all the land they need. They probably got enough gold, silver, and cash sitting in their vaults in their homes. How much more property can you buy in Chelsea to hide your money from a sovereign into London? How many South Americans, Chinese, South Koreans, Russians, oligarchs, how much more property can they buy in London to hide from their king? That's getting pretty saturated. I think that's actually at saturation level. And you have then all the massive mutual funds and investment banks that are chocked full of real estate at every level and equities at every level. So I look at Bitcoin and I go, wow, that's the only thing on this planet the super wealthy don't have. This is my case for Bitcoin. It's so uncomplicated. The allocation to super wealthy people, first off, the allocation of Bitcoin across the planet is less than 0.5%. Okay. It's going to 3 to 5, but right now it's at 0.5%. And so when I see something like Bitcoin, I'm like, this is the only thing a guy like my brother doesn't have. Okay. Now he'll spend an equivalent of 1,000 Bitcoin on an airplane. In fact, Grant bought an airplane 4 years ago, probably cost him 4,000 Bitcoin. Okay. 4,000 Bitcoin. What is that worth today? $250 million. And there were 6,050 $1 million jets sold in the last 3 or 4 years. Each one of them are worth 1,000 Bitcoin. These people trade these planes every 3 or 4 years because they want the new one. So I don't think people understand, one, how much money there is trapped in this 10% and how much of that's already allocated to almost every investment vehicle available from the 20th century. And that's my bull case for Bitcoin. Well, he didn't say that we wouldn't find any more oil. What he said was, hey, the next piece might be $200, right? We'll always be able to find it. Is it price sensitive? Now, funny enough, because this whole Bitcoin revolution, I think we're going to find that energy prices are going to collapse further. I would predict in 2 or 3 years, crude oil will be $50-$60, and that's going to be the number. And that nat gas is going to be $2, and that we may even see dislocations of some energy that used to find its way into the market that now is not finding its way to hubs. It's actually being harvested at the wellhead. This is a massive shift change for energy, that you could create demand at the wellhead is a monster monster move, and it will unlock, I suspect, 20% on top of what we already have. So if we're selling 118 billion cubic feet every day in this country, I think you're going to have another 20 billion cubic feet. Imagine that, 20 billion cubic feet a day, priced at $1, that can mine Bitcoin.
Is it fair to say it's technology that made Jurgen wrong?
Yes. And I think he did not understand max consumption. But technology, everyone's getting wrong, dude. So his whole thesis, even he wrote another book after the fracking came about, and he suggested, and I might be wrong on this, but when they started fracking, he even built the case that it would accelerate the peak supply. That is not, none of this has happened.
According to Gary Cardone's prediction, the cryptocurrency industry will provide millions of employees during the next 2 years with yearly salaries exceeding $250,000. These employment, which include rising roles like business development, sales, and reporting, will support the new digital world. Cardone enjoys listening and goes to events in secret to learn. He noted that approximately 10% of attendees, around 100 people, chose to remain anonymous. This group likely includes individuals from prominent firms such as JP Morgan Chase. Due to this relationship, the region will see tremendous economic growth and development, opening up new avenues for trade, business, and innovation. The Volcano Bond, a $1 billion Bitcoin bond, was intended to be used as the initial funding source for Bitcoin City. This bond would mine Bitcoin using geothermal energy from dormant volcanoes. But the bond's release was postponed, and now Yieldport's investment may supply the money required to forward the project. Although the Volcano Bond was innovative, its postponement has impeded Bitcoin City's advancement. By the end of the year, the Yieldport CEPA project hopes to begin heavy equipment purchases and dredging at La Union. With this investment, Bitcoin City might ultimately materialize and become a center of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency activity in El Salvador. When President Nayib Bukele made the announcement, he emphasized how important the agreement was to the nation's growth. Due to this effort, El Salvador might become a leader in the Bitcoin industry, generate economic growth, and create new jobs. With this investment, El Salvador can take advantage of its advantageous location and grow into a significant player in international trade and finance. Do you think Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have the potential to become a key investment opportunity for the wealthy? And what implications could this have for the global economy? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below, share this video, and hit your thumbs on the like button. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.